Hello, everyone. Let's wait
Well,
for a while to see who's joining. Oh, so we can get to know each other. Nikolai, do you want to tell a little bit about yourself?
yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm from Russia, Krasnodar. Yeah, I'm experienced web developer and currently switching into machine learning, data science stack, and yeah, also interested in longevity, uh, following various YouTube vlogs about it and found that a channel that that was posting about this event.
Yeah.
That's and also I've recently completed the course on A/B testing, so possibly that will be relevant for this task. I'm currently deciding whether to apply for this task or for sequence to function. That,
Okay. Yeah, I see. I see. Okay. Cool.
thank you.
Yeah, that's cool to have developers and biologists at the same time. So, Felix, Evgeny, do you want to say a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah, my first choice would be sequence to function the track. So I chose this as a second choice. So I just wanted to hear, I don't have a team yet. So I'm from Germany and my background is in engineering and biochemistry, and I'm a programmer.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so do you guys need a biologist on the team? Uh, okay. Um, Albert, are you here? Okay. So probably he's not here. Um, let's wait for a couple more minutes if some people join. Otherwise, it will be probably just recorded for others. And so, by the way, if you already have some questions about the task, you can start. And then I suggest we go through the presentation again, and you ask questions along the way. So we so everybody is understanding this challenge and how to solve it if you choose it. Okay. Okay. If you don't have questions, then I'll just start sharing the screen. Hmm. 1 second. Okay. Okay. So just to remind you about the task, we want to build an AI agent that will automate systematic reviews and meta-analysis. Currently, to conduct such a study, a single human usually has to read like 160 papers, or for some things like caloric restriction, somebody has to read 300 papers or 400 papers, extract all of the data, and then build a huge table and calculate all the statistics and do everything manually. But it can easily be automated. And if you join this challenge and complete this task, we can publish a paper and it will be highly cited. It will have up to 500 citations or even more, because it will be a useful tool for every researcher out there. So ideally, we have a publication from this. So these steps for meta-analysis are very well defined, and this is a real problem because right now humans spend a lot of time on this, and we can actually make a commercial license. So we can make it like available for research purposes somehow, but we can sell it to some companies as well. It depends on you and your agent that you build. Uh, it can be discussed. So the idea is that you first define the question you want to ask, and there are a lot of questions that can be asked. Is there like, what is the effect of metformin on diabetes, on aging, on muscle health? And then you have to find all of the studies conducted on this. You have to validate these studies. So these studies have to be actually related to metformin and its effects on something, for example. That's the selection step. And then you do use classical statistical methods on the data you get from these studies, and you just make the simplest possible figure, which is actually very important for meta-analysis, that shows you whether a certain treatment is decreasing mortality or not. So we are first of all focused on aging and mortality, and everything that is decreasing mortality is a good thing for us. So we want to automate this process and see which drugs decrease mortality. And the only way to do that is to do a meta-analysis of multiple papers. So if you have questions, you can ask. And then about the test, yeah.
Yeah, I have briefly checked the meta-analysis. Never did it before, and yeah, it's quite broad topic. So there are lots of methods, and yeah, it seems like there should be some more detailed scheme on this process. And the scheme you posted on the slide is only
Yes.
4 steps. Do you have any more detailed scheme on that?
Yeah.
For example, yeah.
Okay, for this, we have to consult Albert. Maybe he will join or not, I don't know. He will join the other day for sure. But we have a handbook on clinical trials, Cochrane handbook. So you can download it on the internet. And it has all of the instructions on what to do in each case. So basically, your agent just has the data from this book and chooses the right approach based on this. So the idea is that you develop the agent yourself. So for example, like the simplest way to do that, develop me a scheme for yeah, I'm going to ask an AI agent to Gemini to build me an agent. It will give me a scheme based on this book, for example, for an AI agent based on the following book to conduct meta-analysis automatically. And then now we will get a scheme of the AI agent. But the problem is that on each step, you have some limitations of large language models. And sometimes they don't extract the exact information you want. Sometimes they have some bugs, some unexpected things happen. So this challenge is really not so hard to solve. You just have to sit down, go through the steps through this book, and so it just generated a list of questions to ask to your studies. For example, what is the treatment? Who are the subjects? What is the alternative hypothesis? What is being measured? So you just follow this book. You create an AI agent that is capable of accepting any question, which is a meta-analysis question. And in the end, it should generate a nice report paper, like, for example, this one. If you follow this link, you just get this review of studies, and also makes two figures that basically show whether a single drug or something is really helpful. So actually what it made some steps. First of all, like the first step for an AI agent is to generate the question. But usually we do it ourselves, but in the future we can do it automatically. For example, we want to ask all possible questions on metformin. Does it help for muscle growth? Does it help muscle retention in aging? Does it help kidneys and so on and so on? Uh, then you have to search the papers. So on the first step, you define the criteria. On the second step, you search the papers. Then you make a validation prompt. Like, is it really a study about this problem or not? Then you extract the data from the clinical trials or from the papers, and you feed all of the data that you extracted to an AI agent, which is a coding agent. So you don't actually have to think about the exact code it should write. So you have to ask it. It will be a coding agent. So the first agents, on the first steps, is just some small agent which is fast, which can answer questions pretty fast and doesn't have to be very clever. But on the last step, you have to conduct the meta-analysis itself. So you feed this agent all of the metadata. For example, you received a CSV table or just raw text data from the studies that you extracted, and you ask it to conduct a meta-analysis based on the following instructions. And the idea, what kind of instructions do you need for this? So you get them from this book and from another source. So we have another book, Introduction to Meta-Analysis. It has code examples. So you just kind of feed the whole book, but you don't really have to feed the whole book. You have to feed only the parts that are relevant for the step you are conducting. So for example, when you want to build a plot, like funnel plot or forest plot, like forest plot that we already showed you on the like this one. So you just feed it the code related to the forest plots. You feed it all the information you gathered, and you get this. And then you do it for all the parts, and you basically automate clinical um, meta-analysis, and nobody is stopping you from publishing like 20 meta-analysis papers per day. Like, if you want to publish lots of papers, it's the easiest way to do that. And also, if you just publish a paper on this agent and release it open source, it will be highly cited. You will become very known researcher. So,
Sounds good.
yeah. And how can we help? So I will be mostly helping with AI agents, with how to structure prompts, how to deploy your models. So if you have any questions about that, I will be helping. And so we are actually on the same team, because I don't know how many teams are going to be on this challenge, but we I'm super interested to help you to make this work, because we can publish a paper together. You can be the first author. If you like, you can include me as an author as well. We can write a paper together, but it's up to you. So I will be just helping with the approach on AI agents, and all the questions about clinical trials you can address to Albert. So he will join, I guess, next time for sure. So if you have any questions about clinical trials, you just ask him. You can also ask questions me, but I'm not that experienced as he is. Yep. Okay. Do you have any more questions? And do you know where to start if you choose this challenge?
Could we start as with one type of studies, one type of trials, and maybe add different type of trials incrementally. So, like for example, first focus on the simple continuous scale trials, and then add trials that measure risks
Yeah. Okay, I get it.
and so on.
So the thing you have to do, we have two cases, we have two meta-analysis papers. So and it already has all of the things that you have to do, except I think funnel plots. You just make it yourself, but it's fine. It has all of the. Wait a second. It has references, and it's actually all the clinical trials they used for this paper. So what your AI agent will have to do is to find all of the same papers at least. And if it finds more, if it finds papers that have been published after this study, it's like 2021. There should have been more studies after 2021. So if it finds even more studies, it's even better. It's the first part of the final assessment. So you have to search and select studies, and it will be assessed based on the references from this study. Then you have to extract the data accurately and do statistics. So you should make an AI agent that can do statistics based on the data it receives. And we basically already have the statistics here. So your AI agent just has to reproduce this. That's it. And then it should be time efficient. So I mean, the AI agent shouldn't take like $1,000 for a meta-analysis. Like even $100 is already $100 per meta-analysis is actually very cheap. But I think it can be even cheaper than that, especially if you run models locally. And to run some models locally, if you we are giving you like some credits. If you don't have enough, you just ask for more. But if you want to be super unlimited, you just install, for example, LM Studio on your laptop or computer, and it can be installed on Windows, Linux, Mac, and you can run any model you want on your laptop. So you will just iterate this. And if you have a team, it would be probably nice to split the tasks. Like someone is responsible for the study selection, somebody is for data extraction, and so on. So, any more questions? And also, so I have to tell you a little bit more. We will have meetings like every day if you need, or like every third, second day, depends on you. So we can already meet tomorrow and discuss some of the progress you have, or I can like suggest a direction. Also, we probably have several teams in this room, so you kind of don't share too much if you are like onto something, but you ask questions, and you can also ask questions privately. Just text me, I will respond, and text Albert if it's about clinical trials, especially. Okay, so
So, whom I can ask about the meta-analysis itself?
yeah,
Is it Albert or you?
it's better to ask Albert. So I know how to do meta-analysis, but Albert is more experienced. So
Okay.
if you have a question right now, you can ask, and we'll see if I know the answer. Okay, so if anything, just write in Discord. So should we, Evgeny is asking, should we focus on some sources or not? Should we be focused on open sources? So we have two test cases. So you should focus exactly on this question. So you take this resveratrol supplementation type 2 diabetes as a like the question to your AI agent. And I actually didn't check, but you should check whether the clinical trials from this are available. Actually, all of them should be available because the data, the tables from the papers are always available, and for each clinical trial, you always have mortality risk and other confidence intervals and everything published in the abstract. So let me show you. For example, let's find some study. So I just go to PubMed. Let's see metformin. Also, you can download all the papers from the PubMed if you go to, and just unrelated, PubMed baseline. If you just go to this website, it contains all the papers from 1970 to the 2025. So I'll just share it in Discord. And all the data you need is usually is present in the abstracts. Okay, so metformin, there's so many studies. Actually, I don't know, it's not the best way. It's better to go to clinicaltrials.gov. Let's say we want to see the effects of metformin. So here we have the studies, it says completed, but we need only studies that have results. So there's here with results, apply filters. So let's see whether this study has results. Okay, don't really see. For example, it has publication. Let's see the publication itself. So the data that you can extract from the abstract. And the results posted. So in the results posted, you can see how many participants they had, like overall 14 individuals. And they also show outcomes measured. And the website is laggy and buggy. Overall number of participants analyzed, hematologic response. And then they show you the statistical test. And they kind of compare some things. And they show you the confidence interval, estimated value for the treatment group, for the control group. Then you can also see the adverse effects, like whether someone has died, whether somebody had some side effects, and so on. So everything is contained here. And you can download it using API. So PubMed API. Yeah. And we also have a link in the presentation, so you can just take it. And about the study, so I selected the publication itself, and in the publication, they show the results they received. So the 14 of 14 patients were eligible. So you just see what was present in the outcomes on the clinical trials gov, but it's all everything is also in the abstract. So median response was 84 days. They measured something. What did they measure? So it's some kind of cytopenias. I have no idea what it is. Lower number of blood cells. Okay. And so they just showed whether it is better to take it or not. And it also shows whether, in which cells the response was present. But for example, you want to ask a question, does metformin influence the platelets formation? And this study should have this information. So that's it. So you can extract the data from the abstracts, or you can go to the raw values in the on the website clinicaltrials.gov and extract it from the results posted. So for this, you use API. And also there is one website, which is actually good. Oh, actually, I just opened another study. So here it's kind of, they have two arms of the study, test and comparator, and they show all of the things for them that have been measured that you can use for your AI agent. So you basically extract this data and feed it to the AI model you use. There is a ACTT database. Okay, clinical trials database download. I don't remember the name of the website. AACT. Okay. So this website has all of the clinical trials with the results posted that you can download as a single file. So then you make a regular expression search, like for example, you are looking for metformin and so on. You ask your AI agent to make a search, like make terms to search for. Then you search for these trials, you get the information from them, and then you continue with study selection and then data analysis. So that's it. Any more questions? And if you didn't form a team, you can just form it now with the people from this who just joined. And also, there's a bot in Discord that you can ask to join. You can ask him to join you to some team as well. Okay, and on the 22nd of October, I hope we already have the code and we should have the final presentation. So I am here to make sure that you have your presentation ready. So if you are like a separate team, we can have one-on-one call and we can discuss your presentation. I will just say how to improve it so we increase your chances of winning this challenge. And if you have any other organizational questions, you can ask other organizers. We have quite many. So what else? And the code should be published open source, but not during the challenge. Like during the challenge, only the us, the like the jury or the mentors should see it because we have to know if it's real or not. But otherwise, it should be published with a license after the challenge, so that it can we can make a paper from this and so on. Okay. Any other questions, if you have any? If
Yeah,
you don't,
I still
yeah.
I still don't have the team because I still haven't decided on which challenge to work, and so I will decide after attending the second conference about sequence to function, and then I will decide on which one to settle. And yeah, it seems there's not so many people on the fundamental track. It's only 6 of us here.
Yeah, it's interesting, but it will be recorded, so many people don't have time to attend. So if you don't have any questions, we can finish for today, and then just write in the chat if you need more meetings. So it's for everyone who will just watch it later as well. So you just write in the chat, and we can meet every single day if you need. I will help with the challenge to build the AI agent. Yep. Okay, thank
Okay.
you everyone for joining.
Thank you.
So have a nice hackathon. Yeah.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, bye.